I remembered trying to keep my mouth closed so I wouldn't look so impressed. "Listen," said Mother with sudden resolution. "You're going to meet the Bartells for me." "What?" She scanned me with business eyes rather than mother eyes. "That's a nice dress. That rust color is good on you. Your hair looks okay today, and the new glasses are very nice. And I love your jacket. You take this fact sheet and run along over there. Please, Aurora?" The coaxing tone sat oddly on my mother, who looked like Lauren Bacall and acted like the very successful realtor-broker she is. "Just show them around?" I asked, taking the fact sheet, hesitantly, and sliding forward to the edge of the blue leather chair. My gorgeous brand-new rust and brown suede pumps finally met the floor. I was dressed so discreetly because today was the third day I'd followed Mother around, supposedly learning the business while studying for my realtor's license at night. Actually, I'd spent the time daydreaming. I would much rather have been looking for my own house. But Mother had pointed out cleverly that if I was in the office, I'd get first chance at almost any house that came up for sale. Meeting the Bartells might be more interesting than observing Mother and the banker going through the apparently endless paperwork and signature minuet that concludes a house sale. "Just till I get there," my mother said. "You're not a licensed realtor, so you can't be showing them the house. You're just there to open the door and be pleasant until I get there. Please explain the situation to them, just enough to let them know it's not my fault I'm late. Here's the key. Greenhouse Realty showed the house yesterday, but one of them must have given it to Patty early this morning. It was on the keyboard when I checked." "Okay," I said agreeably. Not showing a rich couple a beautiful house was bound to be much more entertaining than sitting in a bank lobby. I stuffed my paper back into my purse, put the Anderton key on my key ring, and kept a safe grip on the fact sheet. "Thanks," Mother said suddenly. "Sure." "You really are pretty," she said unexpectedly. "And all the new clothes you bought are so much better than your old wardrobe." "Well, thanks. Since Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio was in that movie, your hair seems to strike people as fashionable rather than unmanageable." And, she went on in an unprecedented burst of candor, "I've always envied you your boobs." I grinned at her. "We don't look like mother and daughter, do we?" "You look like my mother, not me. She was an amazing woman." My mother had stunned me twice in one morning. Talking about the past was something she just didn't do. She lived in the here and now. "Are you feeling okay?" I asked nervously. "Yes, fine. I just noticed a little more gray this morning." "We'll talk later. I'd better get going." "Goodness, yes! Get over there." Mother had looked at her watch again. Luckily, I'd met Mother at the bank instead of going with her from the office, so I had my own car. I got to the Anderton mansion in plenty of time to park to one side so my practical little car wouldn't mar the view from the curb. 2 months ago, when old Mr. Anderton had died, Mandy Anderton Morley, his sole heir, had flown in from Los Angeles for the funeral, put the house on the market the next day, and flown back out to her rich husband after clearing her father's clothes out of the master bedroom and emptying all the drawers into boxes that she had shipped to her home. All the furniture was still in place, and Mandy had indicated to my mother she would negotiate with the buyers if they wanted some or all of the furnishings. Mandy had never been a sentimental person. So when I unlocked the double front doors and reached in to turn on the lights in the cold, stale 2-story foyer, the house looked eerily as it had when I was a child. I left the front doors open to let in some fresh air and stood just inside, looking up at the chandelier that had so awed me when I was 11. I was sure the carpet had been replaced.